Namaste everyone. That day, after having my first meeting with Maharajji, when I came back to my place, I googled for some more information on him. I came to know that he is a saint who has many other ashrams other than the Vrindavan ashram, and that he has performed many miracles. I didn't read too much about him, um, but largely whatever was there on the Wikipedia page that I read. Now, the experience which I have had at the Vrindavan ashram was very real. I it was not something that I had imagined. I had seen him, and all that connection I had felt. But it was also an experience I could not share with anyone, with any of my friends or any of my any people at my workplace. I couldn't do that. Not just that, it was very difficult for me to process that experience, because back in the day I wanted logic for everything, and what is the logical conclusion of this experience? Why it happened? How is it possible? So it was very difficult for me to process it. But those were the days when I didn't believe in God, but I was always experimenting or exploring one idea or the other. So those were the days when I was exploring law of attraction. For the ones who don't know law of attraction is an idea where you very specifically define a goal, or whatever you wish, you have to specifically think about it. Then you have to visualize, and also continue every day you have to think about that particular thing, your goal, and you have to feel as though you have already achieved it. So you have to feel in your body how you are going to celebrate when you have it. Those kind of things you have to do. So I was following law of attraction those days. So I thought that the universe has manifested this saint into my life so that I can have better law of attraction manifestations. That was my logical conclusion. So, but now I had some logical conclusion, so I have met him for this purpose. So, after that, life became very simple. Um, Whatever I wanted, I used to tell him, and he used to give it to me. So, Maharajji, I want this. Okay, and Maharajji used to give it to me, and I was happy. So that was also it. That was also the time when I just knew that I just knew one way to be happy. If I get what I want, I'm happy. If I don't get what I want, I cannot be happy. So that was the only way I knew, and the aim of life is to be happy. So that was my mindset. So it was wonderful for the initial 2 months, 3 months, I would say, because whatever I wanted, I was asking Maharajji, and Maharajji was giving me. Everyone was extra sweet to me, they were very kind to me, and life was going as per my desires and my expectations. But then, and I was very confident, I was happy. um, I was also I also developed a very close relationship with Maharajji in these months, and he was like my best friend. I could speak to him. Now, was I speaking to him in imagination, or was he really speaking to me? Then I would not comment on that. For me, it was real that he was speaking to me as he speaks to me now. So I was very happy. I had my best friend. But then, after 2 3 months, um, something happened. because of my overconfidence, I got involved in an office politics. There was somebody very mean, and we wanted to sort that person out, and we wanted the higher management to know about that person. So basically, um, it was office politics. And that office politics, I was a part of that office politics. And I told Maharaj, see, this person is very mean, and now this person has to be exposed, and this and that. But that didn't happen. Rather, our office politics, or our entire game got exposed, and it brought in a lot of embarrassment and shame for me. And I also got to know that my understanding of the whole situation was wrong, you know. Mm, so yeah, a lot of shame. And then when I was then as I sat down with Maharaji, I said, now you are supposed to be a saint, you knew everything, but why did you like allow me to be involved in such a game? He then said, Ritu, but you never asked me, you said you want this, and I gave you what you wanted. I said, yeah, you gave me what what I asked for, but it was not good, it was not correct, and you knew it. And then what Maharaji said was, he said, but Ritu, you were giving very specific instructions. I had to just listen to you, and I was doing that. Isn't it good? And then I realized that no, it's not good, because I don't know how the future is going to unfold. I rather don't know anything. I have certain ideas about something, about this particular person or this situation. I had an idea, and then I am as flawed as anyone else. I get influenced also by what people say. So I didn't have a very clear picture, and I did that, and I will never know. So I said, so I was I was not feeling good about it. And Maharaji also had to see, I did what you said. So Maharaji was also not owning up anything. So that day I told Maharaji, see, from now on, you are the one who is going to decide everything, and I am not going to really interfere in that, because you are a saint and you know everything. So he said, okay. It was like that. And I would call the real miracle is that I stopped having very strong preferences, or very specific desires, or rather my desires and my preferences started to fall away after that. I understood one thing, that my desires are based upon my understanding of things, and my understanding of things uh, may not be correct all the time. So, and as I look back, and this particular incident, this particular event, I see that this was my first lesson on surrender from Maharajji. Back in the day, I didn't know words like what is the real meaning of word surrender. I thought surrender is when you give up. You know, I never thought that surrender can be from the very beginning, and surrender can be a way of living. So for me, surrender was a negative word. And this particular incident, Maharaji very nicely introduced this concept to me, and I understood that surrender is the key to a very, very peaceful living. And yeah, so after that, what used to happen was that if I got something, it was good. If I didn't get something, I used to think, okay, there must be a reason why this is happening. And once what happened was, a friend lost her job, and she said, Ritu, I lost my job. So I said, wow, wonderful. There must be a reason for it. Maybe you're going to get a good job, or you need a break. And she said, are you crazy? And So that's about lesson on surrender, and that was a very very important, and that was my first lesson from Maharajji. Ram Ram.